Lisbon, also known as the City of the Seven Hills, is a vibrant and charismatic city that is one of Europe's best capital cities. It is well known for its sunny weather, vibrant nightlife, colorful architecture, Fado music, and friendly locals. It also has famous landmarks such as the Belém Tower and the Jerónimos Monastery, as well as a variety of activities to keep visitors of all ages and dispositions entertained. In Lisbon, there is a lot to see and do. Explore the Old Quarter's narrow streets, stroll the riverbank promenade, or stroll through verdant parks and gardens. It is one of Europe's most popular tourist destinations. In this video, we will show you 10 places that are a must-see in Lisbon. Hello tourists and travelers, welcome back to Travel Purity, where we bring you the most exciting places in the world. Number 1. Belém Tower. The Torre de Belém is a tourist landmark in Lisbon and a stunning example of Manuelan architecture. The tower, located near the mouth of the Tagus River, is a remarkable symbol of the Portuguese age of discovery in the 16th century. The Tower of Belém was built from 1515 to 1521 on King Dom Manuel's order to watch over Lisbon's harbor, thus controlling ship passage, and to also serve as a fort, protecting Lisbon from incoming raids along the Tagus River. About 30 miles high, Torre de Belém's ornate facade is adorned with fanciful maritime motifs made of twisted rope and are military spheres carved out of stone. It is so valuable and iconic that it is designated as an UNESCO World Heritage Site and is without a doubt one of the best places to visit in Lisbon. The top of the tower provides an excellent view of the waterfront Esplande and the river. Number 2. Alfama District. Alfama is Lisbon's oldest neighborhood, with breathtaking views, one-of-a-kind shops, and the birthplace of Fado, the traditional Portuguese music. Alfama, located on a hill between the Tagus River and the iconic São Jorge Castle, is a maze of narrow medieval streets, small squares, and run down by charming historical buildings covered in azuleos. Many of Lisbon's most iconic historic buildings, including the Sé Cathedral, the Castelo de São Jorge and Patio Nacional, and the Igreja de Santo Antonio, can be found in Alfama. So it's an excellent place to begin exploring Lisbon. One of the most popular activities for visitors to Portugal's capital is exploring the district's maze of winding streets and alleys. There are also numerous scenic viewpoints that provide a bird's-eye view of nearby cathedrals, classic red roofs, and the Tagus River. Number 3. The Mosteiro dos Jeronimos. The magnificent building of the Monastery of Jerome, also known as the Jeronimite Convent, is located in the historic quarter of Belém and was commissioned by King Manuel I in 1501. It reflects the wealth of Portuguese discoveries throughout the world during the 16th century. This monument, like the Tower of Belém, is one of the most important symbols of Manueline style. It is now one of the most visited in Portugal. The religious structure was designed by Diogo de Biantaca, a Portuguese architect, to commemorate Vasco da Gama's return from India. The monastery contains the tomb of Vasco da Gama and other important Portuguese figures. As designated by UNESCO, it is one of the great triumphs of European Gothic, with much of the design characterized by elaborate sculptural detail and maritime motifs. Number 4. Castelo de São Jorge. The Castelo de São Jorge Tower, majestically above Lisbon, is one of the city's most beautiful tourist attractions. It is located high on a hill and provides some of the best views of the city. The castle is intertwined with Lisbon's early history. It witnessed the Romans fall to the Visigoths, fierce conflict between Arabs and Christians, formidable Castilian sieges, and the birth of Portugal as a seafaring nation. The castle reflects its varied and turbulent history. Its impressive battlements, engaging museum, and fascinating archaeological site combine to make it a rewarding experience for the entire family, and children in particular will enjoy climbing over the sturdy walls and towers that encircle the grounds. It's a fun place to explore that should appeal to both adults and children. Number 5. Oceanarium de Lisboa. The Lisbon Oceanarium is one of Europe's best and largest aquariums. It is also the most family-friendly of the city's visitor attractions. The Oceanarium, designed by Peter Maieff and built for the Expo 98 World Exposition, houses a dizzying array of fish and marine animals, including rays, sharks, penguins, and a rare sunfish, as well as dozens of different bird species. It is home to 8,000 animals and plants, representing over 500 different species. The Lisbon Oceanarium is Europe's largest aquarium, holding millions of liters of salt water and housing one permanent and one temporary exhibit. It also includes tropical, temperate, and cold water ecosystems to represent each of Earth's oceans. Seeing the otters play, watching penguins waddle, and getting lost in awe at the size of the main tank and its variety of marine life are also must-do activities at the Oceanarium in Lisbon. Thank you for sticking around with us so far. If you have any comments about this video, please leave them in the comment section below. Number 6. The National Museum of Ancient Art. The National Museum of Ancient Art is one of Lisbon's most important cultural attractions and a must-see on any tourist itinerary. It is Portugal's national gallery and houses the country's largest collection of Portuguese 15th and 16th century paintings. An equally impressive collection of European, Oriental, and African art adds to the allure. The museum, which is divided into 3 levels, was founded in 1884 and houses a large permanent collection of approximately 40,000 items. There are also numerous traveling exhibitions, with previous collections reflecting Lisbon in the Renaissance period, as well as historical paintings from the Age of Discovery. The garden behind the museums are also worth visiting. The terrace provides excellent views of the river, and there is a cafe where you can relax and reflect on the visual feast you have just experienced. Number 7. Elevator de Santa Justa. The odd-looking Santa Justa Lift, a neo-Gothic elevator at the city's most eccentric and novel mode of public transportation, looms somewhat incongruously over the rooftop of Lisbon's Baixa district. Raul Resmir de Ponsar, a Portuguese-born Eiffel disciple, built it, and it officially opened in August of 1901. It connects downtown Rua de Ouro to the square next to Era de Gormo, a little higher up on the hill. Surprisingly, it is curious tourists rather than commuters who make the 32-meter climb to the top. The views from the top are spectacular, encompassing a bustling urban canvas of pedestrianized streets, picturesque squares, and the ever-present castle in River Tagus. Number 8. Monument to the Discoveries. The Monument to the Discoveries stands 52 meters tall and is located on the coast of Belem, close to other important sites such as the Belém Tower and Jerónimos Monastery. A magnificent monument commemorating Portugal's Age of Discoveries. It was dedicated in 1960 on the 5th centennial of the discovery of the Azores, Madeira, and Cape Verde by one of the country's great discoverers, Prince Harry the Navigator. It depicts a 3-sailed ship about to set sail, with sculptures of historical figures such as King Manuel I carrying an armillary spear, poet Camis holding verses from the Lucis, Casco de Gama, Magellan, Cabral, and several other notable Portuguese explorers, crusaders, monks, cartographers, and cosmographers, and Prince Henry the Navigator at the prow holding the small vessel. Inside, there is an exhibition space with changing exhibits and an elevator that takes visitors to the top for panoramic views of Belem and its monuments. Number 9. Sintra. Despite being a completely different city and more than a half-hour drive from Lisbon, the magnificent town of Sintra remains one of the major attractions here. It is one of the most rewarding day trip experiences available outside of Lisbon. This enchanting destination unfolds as a scenic picture book of regal royal palaces, mysterious mansions, and a mighty Moorish castle dating from the 8th century, nestled in the foothills of the rugged Serra de Sintra, a rolling landscape of verdant woodland peppered with ore crops of granite. Set against this lovely backdrop is the historic Old Town Sintra Villa, a delightful jumble of color and ornate townhouses, decorative cafes, and traditional restaurants tucked into a maze of cobblestone streets and narrow alleys. Sintra, once the summer retreat for Portugal's kings and queens, is deserving of its World Heritage Site status and remains a majestic destination. Number 10. Cristo Rei Sanctuary. Cristo Rei is a sanctuary and religious monument representing the Sacred Heart of Jesus, located in Almada on the south side of the Tagus River. This magnificent 110-meter-high structure, inspired by Rio de Janeiro's Christ Redeemer, was inaugurated in 1959. The massive monument was built to thank God for sparing Portugal for the worst horrors of World War II. This sanctuary, and especially the statue, welcomes visitors to the Lisbon region. The Christ figure, arms outstretched, stands atop a tall arch with a rectangular observation deck at the base. An interior elevator transports visitors to the platform beneath the figure's feet for panoramic views of Lisbon, the Taurus Estuary, and the Golden Gate-style bridge. There you have it, 10 must-see sites in Lisbon. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with others. And if you are new to our channel, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you get notified whenever we upload more videos like this. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.